Alright peeps, welcome back to Fireside. We've got the river flowing once again. Not that we need it though, with our fancy bloody reservoirs that keep this whole area irrigated. And despite appearances, the irrigation is doing a fair dinkum job up the tippity top of the big tree there and all. And we're gonna push that irrigation to the bloody limit this episode, because we're gonna be hippity hopping away all the way down to this industrial estate, and you see that ladder stack there where there's beavers are going up and down all merrily? Let's wander our way over and go straight up the big shaky camp because we can do the big... Oh, fell off! Not to bother, I wanted to come down here anyway so you get a proper little overview angle by standing on top of this little small tank. We're going to be turning this whole area into a big tiered farm all the way down to the ground. And that tiered farm is going to be kept green by the very same irrigation that keeps the bloody tree green. And as you can see, the trees are all green. Although we are coming close to capacity, like. How many of the top layers got mostly fully grown trees on it? I mean, honestly, I don't mind that. A fully grown tree is a wasted tree, innit? Now, I had some comments in the last episode about these control towers, because I've got a few of them dotted about here and there. And I've only got 2 bloody number crunchers. Look at them, whirring away there, trying their very best. But we're up to 2.2k science, we're just going to have to keep an eye out and make sure we even keep going down in science. And one of the ways I'm going to do that is by reducing the amount of control towers I have plopped down. We've built 3 of them. We want a control tower over here to make sure the miners get affected because they're all bots. We want a control tower over here for the whole industrial estate because they're going to become bots. Why so duplicate, MiGly? Just no. We'll not waste the science points on that. And then this one I don't think will work anyway because it's going to be flooded all the time. But get that out of there. We didn't need it. Especially considering I'm about to install a brand new shortcut over here. In a speedy up fashion, of course. I was thinking, right, we need to have some sort of bridge going on over here between the old warehouse stack and the new bot part factories. So, what I decided is I'm going to go ahead and just absolutely wing one. This is all I'm doing in the speedy up bit here because I want to have a little bit of a ganders and see what I can do right here for connections and that. I'd rather not delete this because it would mean a lot of rebuilding. But this being rebuilt isn't the end of the world. And then we just pop a ladder on here. That'll allow beavers to go straight up and along if they wish, you know. Maybe you get peckish on the rooftop terrace. You want to go now and get a bit of bait, nip back out with your mates and hang out by the rooftop terrace in the braziers. And then to rebuild this, instead of putting double platforms, we just put single platforms. The rest is just to plop it all back down. Right, now I prioritise that in such a way where this roof should get built before this roof. Because if this roof gets built first, I have a feeling that this control tower will block the building of this bloody roof here. And look at that, 3 science an hour, we're up to 2.4. So with 2 number crunchers, can handle 3 control towers. And what's happening with our bloody bard what I like? Is it just no one in here grafting? Why? Oh, these are quite far away from everything, aren't they? Let us use some of our 15 bots and get bots in all of these bard water pumps. Because bots only need fuel to exist, and let me show you where the nearest fuel depot is. Right there! So yeah, now, bots can just go there, start slipping up the water, and hopefully, maybe... Nah, they're definitely not influenced by the bloody control tower, but that's alright for now. Look at this! They're full. Right, this is happening. Detonate. Pause. Kaboom the block! And then pop a sluice in! At a maximum priority, beavers, because we are losing pressure and everything. Mass flooding! Hood off! Speed 3! Speedy up it through all of this bloody destruction here. The builders should bang it straight in though. All the materials are right there. Oh, it's just turning the hood on to go up to 24 working hours there, but they managed to smash the sluice in like nobody's business. Took them a while, like, I was hoping to get it straight in, but it is what it is, isn't it? Especially because all of the builders' huts were flooded, MiGly. Now that that's in, we can delete these bloody industrial piles here. Oh no, it's all brune. What level did the water get to? Oh, it's doing all the way. But it will not take long to get all the way back up to the top. Oh, bad times, peeps. We're not even at full pressure on the bloody source there. So it's never going to go any higher. And I'm a tad concerned why that's the case, because this whole hill should be pressurised. Oh, it's not. Ah, right then. You know what? Let's let this roll out. I'll resume the speed 30 here, and you'll notice once this hill gets all the way up, fully pressurised, which it's never going to do because this sluice down the bottom here that we popped in the last episode, that keeps this bottom bit of river topped up. That's a close above 0.95, but it needs to be below 0.85 because that's where the whole temperate season rivers are. Close above downstream depth, 0.8. Now, this sluice should close. Please, close. Okay, looks like I paused it at the worst time to do that. I need to put it at like 0.75 maybe. Nope, because it goes down to 0.70. Alright, close above downstream depth, 0.70. This is being closed for basically half a day now. So if we're going up the tippity top of the mountain, we'll see it's fully pressurised, which has allowed this little compartment of the pressure system to pressurise, which then allows this bit to pressurise here, which then allows the water level to go as high as it bloody wants. So, with the drought approaching in 2.2 days, why don't we leave the hood on, go back to a speed 4 speedy up bit, and see just how long it takes to fill and pressurise this bloody tree. There we're gone. Give it a day, and everything's fully pressurised, and that should, hopefully, last us however long this drought is. Alright, do we have any bad water? We do! We've actually got a couple of 100 bits of bad water knocking about. Ooh, up to 20 bloody bots doing out. How's the scrap looking? We're going down. So 2 bots in there. But what we really need to be doing, you see how we've got 1 gear. We need to boost the bloody gear productivity. Get switched over to Emberbot's large gear workshop. And you know what? I would like to boost me metal production, get amongst it, and while we're here, all the plankers are now Emberbots. Hopefully that'll reduce the amount of occupied injury beds here. If your beavers are injured, they can't be getting the tails painted with fancy cupcakes. Look at him, he's bloody fast, like, oh, it's lap my tuffle magic, what's going on, bro? You got a tail painted yet? Ah, fella, get it, yes, I caught it. Oh. Right, now I need to be actually skillful. Let's get out the side of the ladder. Oh, this is it. And press space. Whip. And that, peeps, is how you lose your parkour mastery title. I'm going to have to gun the new way real casually up these little spiral stairs here. In a speedy up fashion, of course. With the big U-turn. Oh, whoa. Why did I fall through there, pal? Turns out you can't stand on top of the bloody large industrial piles. I'm going to have to keep myself on this bit of overhang and then do a big sprint jump. Oh, I'm up. I'm up with the bots. Let's see if we can see one getting manufactured up here. Oh, Lap and Tuffle Magic's manufacturing bots. Ye bloody legend, pal. Well, he's waiting to manufacture bots. Why aren't you manufacturing bots, pal? Missing ingredients. Oh, bot limbs. Yeah, you need 4 of the figures, right. Gears. There you go. That's why we need to ramp up with gear production, you know. And I've just had myself a dastardly idea to do that. Builder beavers, would you be so kind and hammer these bloody TNTs in? I wasn't even finished talking, so we can blow them up. Pop me what? What's stopping it? Alright, test time. We've got an underground tank. Is that stopping it? Is it shite? We've got decontamination pods. Is that stopping it? Ah, it is. Well, in that case, beavers, stay away from the bad water because there's no more contamination pods. At least on that row. So with this brand new platform here, I could get into my industry tab and plop down more large gear workshops. I could even plop a second or possibly even a third. Especially if you get creative with it. Now let's make sure these are bots first and foremost. 12 bots went out to do. You know what? This is a minimum priority job and it's just maximum bot places. Emberbot 12. Hello? What's that coming through the bloody... Ooh, cool tail. Why? Let's get out of the bloody shop here. Well, now he's gone, so we can cut him off. Let's quickly use the shortcut with parkour prowess. This is how we redeem ourselves. Is that a silver little Emberbot? Oh, yeah. They're so speedy when they're on the control towers. Right, let's watch him. Where is he? Look at him. Look at the dude. There he is. I paused it. Ha ha ha. The charcoal Emberbot with a gold tail and the silver feetsies. There was the silver Emberbot now I was saying. Oh, pause! There we go! Hello, pal! Look at this bloody Emberbot here, man. Absolutely faster than me! Yeah, I absolutely love the contrast, pal. Keep it up. An old mate was gone for a bit of water there, so we probably should pop in another fuel depot down here. Just a high priority though, you know, because we've got to do something this episode which requires maximum priority jobs. I'm undecided how I want to do these terraces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run both me designs parallel here, and then we'll see which one I like best, you know? So here's me designs. Do I just have one level per layer or two? And by the looks of all of this, I'd rather have two because it can basically reach down to the actual river here. The only thing I need to make sure is that it's not going to bloody require this space that I've just allotted for gears. So let's do that by deleting this little builder's hut. It's all temporary anyway around here. Get a second single high platform and then it's going to be dirt, dirt. So the path will need to be moved back one over here and I won't be able to use this connection. While you're chock-a-block on your wheat flour, Mr. Gritsmill, let's demolish your building, blow up your plot. Before I unpause the game, I'm going to have to remember to delete all of these constructions that we're not going to use. And then some more alterations. We need to delete this large gear workshop because we need to get this 4 long overhang, turn it into a 3 long overhang, replop the gear workshop down with the bots intact, delete yet another decontamination pod because we simply didn't need them. And then now we got a 26-day drought. Let's pop down a handy dandy ladder. Not forgetting to rotate this bloody gear workshop. And you see now, we're not relying on that bit of path to keep all of this connected. We're just going down the bottom. And district management wise, I do still want plenty of builders because every single builder's hut here is about to be demolished. You never replop the bloody path down. Wooden path with railings on the bloody sluice. What am I like, peeps? And look who I just clocked about to come round the corner. It's bloody bobbing about in the industrial estate. What a bloody leg end. You need to get your tail painted though. Right, so now that I'm 40 odd minutes into the episode, I'm so happy I at least told you what we're going to do this episode. Before we just didn't do it for at least 10 minutes. Let's actually start building this bloody terrace farm here. Now the only issue is that I just realised is if I just go straight like this, how's the water from the canal going to get in and feed all of this? Unless I can think of some ingenious way of doing so. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what we're going to be having in this episode. It's going to be a lot of dirt, so this excavator's got its work cut out for it, you know what? You're becoming a bot workplace. Well, when I've got 4,000 science points, which probably means we need to get some number crunchers on the crack. Power! Of course, we need power over here. Well, since we're not relying on this bit of path, let's pop a little power shaft in, shall we? Oh, these dynamites are up and running. Right, before we start running out of wheat flour, let's get the hood off, go kaboomsy booms, and then get the hood back on. So we can pop the grits mill back in his spot there. And also delete this bit of path that lets him be accessed. You're making wheat flour, pal. Oh, yeah, that old mate's gonna need power, ain't he? How did I forget about that? Demolish ye. And honestly, at this point, why don't I just be super efficient here with this space? Ooh, big kabooms. That gives me an excuse to bloody delete this whole area here. And then detonate when nobody's around to get blown up. This is a proper big kaboom, this, like, and it should leave some nice little layers. Why, aye, look at the little tiered layers. With that, we can get the dirt, run the sluice here. And what do you think of that? I used the whole just go down one to get down it twice as fast. And it matches the levels at different tiers, which I think makes it look real cool. Now at this point, we want to probably start thinking about irrigation. My plan is to leave this little one high gap underneath all of the dirt here, which is going to require some extensive tunneling. You see under this layer here, we want to make sure that this is out. And then for the next two, we need to make sure that this is out. Oh, it's going to be a tricky and finicky job, but we've got 22 days. I reckon the beavers can get it done. I mean, assuming they quickly get this in because I disconnected the power from most of this area. Alright, let's time it right. No beavers coming. Right, blow it up. And it's gone. Oh, they walk on the roof. Kind of path on the roof. Not there, but they'll walk around it. That's spot on. Alright, plop a ladder on there. And since I've disrupted the bloody pathing for this explosives factory now anyway, I can finally do these power shafts. So blowing up this and getting it all connected round. So for these two squares, we'll go the cheap and easy route. But for this square, we unfortunately have to go into power and use the vertical power shaft tunnel. Because we've already got a bloody vital platform on top, we need our one and only gear workshop running because we're all the way up to 8 now. Alright, how we're doing at the top here? Oh, it's still pressurised. Grand. Because we do need to keep our wood up and running. We've got a lot of building to be doing. Oh, and my dirt's gonna be running out rather sharpish, like. Now, let's get this prioritised system happening. I didn't even prioritise any of this. MiGly, get it all maximum prioritised. And the rest of this is regular. Nout's a matter. Oh, and you've got this rebuilt. Absolutely perfect. Nice one, beavers. Oh, wonderful. All of these builder huts are in. And they're all full of beavers. Including these ones around here. Oh, no, not quite, but some of them are. You know, for the ones that aren't, I'm just going to set them to be bots. Why the bloody heck not, you know? We've got our bot builders. I don't really want to do that because it usually ends up with them being all out of the shop and just running slow and running out of energy. But a lot of the maximum priority stuff is getting on doing here. So we're going to have bots and beavers just banging loads and loads of TNT in. Go on, beaver. Get that last bit of TNT so I can take the hood off and let it blow on up there on all 2 levels. Look at that perfect little hole we got. Alright, now beavers, maximum priority jobs inbound. Vertical power shaft, regular power shaft, stacker ladders, second grits mill for cornmeal this time, and of course not forgetting our little power shaft. Alright, so now that doesn't actually help any of these peeps. We need to do something about these. And the best way I can think to do that is deleting 2 of these barred water pumps, popping some vertical power shaft tunnels all the way down here, so I can have it popping up and connecting on in to a large gear workshop here. See now, beavers, that's a maximum priority jobby. Oh, and let me check, does this need to be 6 or can I make it a bit smaller? You know what, I didn't need to be popping loads more gear workshops off the edge and over the river. Let's just be reasonable. There we go, that's much more appropriate. Oh, and here now, beavers, all of this maximum priority, go, put it all in! And now, peeps, I think it's time to redesign this bloody bad water slurping system. We clearly need to up our game, like. You know what, sod your bloody title platform. I'd rather you be a ladder. Why not get that little bit bonus connectivity, you know? Even if we have left an Emberbot bloody stranded in the gear workshop there. Oh, 2 of them? Sorry, pals. I'll do something about it soon-ish. Soon-ish. But first, let's do a speed 4. Look at the faces wiggle. This isn't even a speedy up bit. You know what, real quickly. Speed 5! Oh no, everything's fixed. Oh, we're back, right? Speed 1, too much lag. Yeah, now speed 5 just bloody auto-completes everything, like. Without further ado, let's get our super efficient bad water slurping system built. There we have it. 7 bad water slurpers all efficient, like. Speaking of efficiency, we've got power round here. And there's no one in here because it's not a bot workplace. Well, while the beavers are busy getting that landscaping on, let's actually finish this area here, including putting the centrifuge back on. Big a lot of hour hands. Deleting the 2 large lumber mills, all of this bonus storage here, including the underground tank. That allows me to replop all my industry without affecting the new farm that's about to get plopped in. As you can see, it definitely encroaches upon the industry. I just realised I need to rejig this, so I've put a maximum priority explosives in. I do have explosives, don't I? Yeah, cool. Let's blow this bad lad up. Kaboom! The reason I needed to do that is we need to have access up here, aka plop a ladder in, beavers. But with a ladder there, we would have had no way to actually put a path on. Which I'll do new because we can pop an hour hang in. I'm enjoying a nice little thinking outside the box, like. Honestly, this is so much fun, this. Squeezing everything in. Right, let's get back to this. Back to the bloody craziness that is 3 kabooms in a row. And yeah, that looks alright, that, like. Oh, I can unpause this now. Unpause you. Unpause triple platform. Before we forget, impermeable floor. Because this is a bloody pressurised farm. And just in case trees spread, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want any trees spreading where I don't want them. And for now, I didn't want them anywhere around here. I spied a pink Emberbot! I love the pink Emberbot. It looks like it's got proper bulgy little limbs and all. Ye look lovely, especially with that blue background, pal. Have we got 4k guidance points? 4 beavers out of there. Replace them with 4 Emberbots. Because that's a 2% now a multiplier for injuries. And we still have 13 injured beavers taking up loads and loads of beds. We even have deja vu. Lappantuffle Magic's hurt his paw. It's his other paw this time though, and he still hasn't got a bloody tail painting. I guess he's too busy working or being injured. Look at the majestic hooves in this state, man. The beavers can get anywhere they want to up there. Ooh, some tomatoes hanging about not getting bloody picked. You get picking, farmers in your fancy farmer hats. Ooh, how are the beavers? Oh, every time I fall off there, like. MiGly, stop falling off that bloody gap that you created. As I was going to say, how are the beavers getting to connecting this? And the answer is they're not. Let me guess. Not accessible? Yeah, I thought so. I bloody thought so. I think we might have to do some temporary scaffolding here. Just purely so we can get up to this level here. And then from... No. The warehouse on top stopping us from blowing the tunnel. No. I can't blow up that because there's nothing underneath it. Well, after some feasibility studies, was determined it wasn't feasible to do the scaffolding option. And although technically more expensive, we went for the tunnel option instead. So we know it's coming out the middle of the tribute ingenuity there, which is this line here. So we just need to dive down. Well, not there because we got something plopped, but right next to it. Triple dynamite, get amongst the beavers. As well as building all of this, of course. Oh, we need to actually extend this out properly. Right, let's get doing that. Ooh, guess what bit of kaboom's in? The triple. Now how far do we need to go from here? We're at 10. We need to go 9, 8. So 2. Big double dynamite, let's go. And while I've got the camera angle, let's just stay at speed 30 and wait for the beavers to bang it in. Detonate! Please be at the crack level. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm a 1 too low. 1 too high. 1 too high will be better than 1 too low, to be fair. Oh, perfect. I just need to go and do one more. Beavers, real casual bit of dynamite, speed 30. I want a little bot to get it in. Why have I got a stranded beaver? Right, let's check this out after we blow up this bit of detonate. And I have just realised I'm going to have to delete all of these, replace them with regular owl tunnels so we can have beavers walking through them, then pop power shafts in after the fact. But for new beavers, just smash the ladder stack in. Right, back over here, how we're doing. Ooh, big detonate time. Too far from district. Let's get the bloody path out. A little something like that. And these stairs are working beautifully. Well, I knew they would, because that's the whole point of the terraces. Oh yeah, stranded beaver. Where are you stranded, pal? Legit though, you're up? You're up here? How did you manage to get stranded here, pal? Did someone plonk a bit of dirt in behind you? Alright, emergency rescue efforts, builder beavers. I hope you can actually reach at least this bit here. Can yous? Yeah, happy days. Get amongst the beavers, speed 30, hold off. We need to get this beaver rescued! And apparently give access to some builders to get right up the top there. If yous need it, yous can bloody have it. They've even got all the dynamites in. Let's watch all of these kaboom in speed 2. Oh, that terrace is bloody coming together like. Right, let's build up to this. Now the beavers, before I blow this dynamite up, do you mind plopping the last couple on? And we need to pop some tunnels on as well. These tunnels are going to be the thing I end up forgetting. I can almost bloody guarantee you that, like. It is a shame not to have a path up here, at least during construction, like. Get on it, beavers. Oh, and yeah, MiGly, we don't want these ones blown up. You see, yeah, peeps, we've got our gold and silver ember bot. Absolutely out of fuel. Look at them all hunched out. They need some bloody fuel. But that's what I was talking about earlier when I was like, it's not best to have these set as builders or haulers, unless you've got a lot of fuel stations knocking about. So it's been a little while. Let's check in on the actual beavers here. How are yous doing, pals? Yous enjoying your campfires and everything? Why, aye. I'm glad yous are still enjoying it with the Fireside favourite tale as well. Look at that. I love how it reflects the firelight. We should probably have a check out our tribute ingenuity and all. Oh, look at the beavers using the bridge. Why, aye. Get amongst it, beavers. Oh, we're losing pressure. Yeah, we nearly lost a whole block of water here in the tree. And we've still got loads left of this bloody drought, like. But if naught else, the tree's pressure has to go all the way down to here before it affects this bloody canal. And like, that was pretty much worst case scenario. I think we're done alright. I think it was 12 days or 11 days we've made it. That's fully pressure made it. We've still got days left of this layer and plenty of days left of this layer. We'll easily get through the next 11.9 days. And the tiers are really starting to come along now, aren't they? I've got most of them out to the end, as you can see. So yeah, now let me continue building this little corner on speed 3 and I'll get back to you. With these 5 bits of TNTs blowing up. Oh no, they put the ones in here and all for the path. Nobody blew up, did they? Please say nobody blew up. Alright, nobody blew up. Ho ho, thankfully. We do have some stranded beavers though. Let's real casually get some platforms and paths back on the crack. And then we can get to properly filling in the gaps. I love how the path just dives into the tunnel there before it goes up the ladders, aka staircases, and out this middle bit here. Oh, we got this in. Let's blow this up. Be gone, bit of rock. And we can get these resources back and all. Oh, yeah, beavers, that's maximum priority as well. We'll detonate these though, you know, why not? Can't harm anybody. Just like detonating these can't harm anybody, especially when I turn the HUD off. This can kabaloomy! Look at the tears. And the bonus bits of explosions as well. I definitely should have replaced those stairs before blowing that up. But with all of that blown up, it gives me the opportunity to extend the bloody door out. And it looks like the explosives are just going to have to continue blowing themselves along here. Say goodbye to the Phoenix Distillery and the small tank. Like I say, we're not going to get any bloody unwell beavers, so I'm not concerned about it. We seem to have ourselves an empty warehouse up here. And some cornmeal we're dealing out with. So why don't we plop down another temporary bakery making cornbread. And then we can select this large warehouse to store cornbread. And we've made it a 10k food! That was one of the mild goals last episode. But I'm happy we're actually... oh, this is coming together, you're like... oh, yes. Right, now before we forget, let's dive in the levels here. And see, from here, I want to ensure that there's tunnels all the way underneath this level, which there will be. So that's the level 10 tunnels. I'm now going to go down to level 9 and make sure that these tunnels go all the way across. On both sides, because as much as it's not an issue now, it might become an issue later on if I forgot to actually blow up the holes in the first place, which I've done an alright job of, but yeah, this needs to be blown up, for example. But anywho, I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm just going to crack along with it. It's speed 3, of course. Now, before we while away 5 days in a speedy up bit, let's check on our progress. Yahoo! Well worth checking on, because now we can get all of this bloody connected up. And surely that's not going to lead to any trapped beavers. It's all prioritised tickety-boo. But anywho, let's have ourselves a wee speedy up bit for the next 5 days. Wait until that water starts falling once again, and we'll see what type of progress we'll make on these tiers here. I want to cut away from the speedy up bit for a moment to just show you this. That's it. Now back to the speedy up bit for the last 1 day. And there we have the waterfall falling once again. Topping up our rivers and all that fun stuff. But what it needs to get doing is filling up the pressure in here. Which, as we learned earlier, requires pressure in here and in here. And the water level didn't drop that much in this cave, to be fair. It should be flying straight back up. Why, you knew that that's pressurised. This layer can get all pressurised. And then once that layer's all pressurised, we start seeing the water shoot up in the bloody big old tree. And I'm tempted to do a speedy up bit of all of these trees getting replanted, but I mean, like, they need to get chopped down first. So instead, I'm gonna do, in my own time, unpausing and pausing all of these. And there we are, peeps, the last 2. This is how I've been doing it, just waiting for them to get built and then just unpausing the ones next to it. But now, we have the tribute ingenuity running. Let it go! It's spinning around. And you know what? To celebrate the tribute ingenuity actually being powered and up and running, we're going to blow 2 tunnels down here, pop 2 contemplation spots on, and in order to access those contemplation spots, we need to rotate the ladder somewhat. 30-day drought! Oh, 30-day drought! Things are definitely going to dry up on the tree side, considering I only had 3 days to fully build pressure, but I have full confidence in our canal system down here, including our sluice, are keeping this bad lad bit of river here up and running. Everything down here will stay green and irrigated. Fully confident on that. This top layer along the canal, no worries about that not being irrigated. I'm happy. I reckon we'll breeze through this 30-day, especially with our happy beavers with a 51 well-being. We'll have to see what that's all about, but not before blowing up all of this bloody bridge here. And I mean, it's no longer a bridge, look at it. All the fancy flybys that we like to do under the bridge, well, it's not really the same anymore, is it? It just hits different. But it's an unfortunate necessity for the farm life. Ooh, yes, let's blow up these 2 bits of TNT. That way we can finally pop the dirt on. Same guns for our here. Blow those 2 up. Plop a bit of dirt on their place. And then get the path on so we can actually build the rest of this. Ooh, look! Hang about! 44 bots went out today. 44 bots. Alright. Unlocking bot workplaces for haulers. 10 is in there, minimum priority. Same dealie over here. And well, you know where this is gone. We're going to have at least 40 bots worth of workplaces kicking about. Oh, these haven't been bots when they've been replopped. Alright, let's just turn the whole industry into bots. Let's do it. Every single job's a bot. I'm not even looking at how much Science points it's costing us. And we've got the whole industry running on bots. And we still have 3 hauling posts nigh on full. So beavers, you can become haulers. And now we've got every beaver and every bot actually grafting away. We're all the way up to 70 gears. Look at where we're bloody flying along there. Ooh, extractor 1. That's not good. That's not good in the slightest. We do have some bad weather at least, but I'd have now about 30 days worth. What I do now is I've got some bloody detonates to be detonating along with. And yeah, nah, I was definitely supposed to blow up them as well. Beavers, if you wouldn't mind spending your last of your extract on that. While I enjoy a little bit of lap and tuffle magic the farmer action. He's a proper leg end, man. Look at him, you can see him. He plants, he picks, he does every bloody job you need him to. True, leggy endy. Oh, press speed 4. Somehow my mic was muted while doing the speedy up bit, therefore we're doing a bit of post commentary. I mean, that could be it, like I could just make that the speedy up bit. Yeah, nah, look, we're plopping the last bit of dirt on this terrace and a couple of number crunchers, which we'll talk about in the next clip. Also, this episode is absolutely not going to be below an hour, is it? Got like 6 hours of footage here, and I'm chatting shite through most of it. Oh, peeps, would you get a load of this? The bloody terrace is in! We've even got beavers gone and doing to build the whole bloody farming stack here. And it's fairly excessive, let me show you. Brace yourself, because when I click this, it's gonna be a lot popping up. We popped even more lumber mills down because, well, yeah, nah, we've got 3 planks. We've got a fully powered tribute ingenuity over there. We've got a flame of unity and 2 more builders monuments, as well as beautifully placed farmhouses that can see absolutely everything. I decided to have a refinery making fuel out of canola seeds because we're fully bloody stocked on those laddies. And of course we're going to have to whip out some lubricant for our bots. But don't worry, I left the last bit for you. We need to connect this together here. And we're going to do that with some four-long bridges. Well worth the 400 bloody Skides points. Especially considering I've got all the bloody... Whoa, where's the power? How we got the bloody power? Your beavers. What's crack you like? Oh, that's right. Because I deleted this little bit of power shaft here. So I could turn it into a vertical power shaft. Beavers, hammer that in so everyone's got a bit of power, please. There we go, finally. That was a bloody speed 4 bit, that. But as I was saying, we've got a bonus 4 number crunchers, so we can actually get some science up now. And the last thing to do is very simply detonate these TNTs. All 4 of them. Finish with a little terrace. And I just realised, does that make this not work? Oh, it still works. We can still see all the way to the end. Oh, I didn't even bloody think of that. But before we watch this beautiful creation come to be, let's double check on the beavers. How are yous doing, pals? They're not doing too bad. We've got 13k food, which is over 10k, and we're fully stocked on water. And look at this, we've got loads of bloody juice knocking about for the beavers and all. We need to get some more capsicum and corn on the gun, like. Oh, yes, that's right. I was just sitting here wondering why I'd got any power on the bloody dirt excavator. I deleted the bloody recovery pods, so they're going to require a little bit of power shaft action. But not before getting this platform in, and what I'm going to do is pause this particular lumber mill, and that's how we're going to access building the Flame of Unity. So yeah, now beavers, would you be so kind and build that in the order I wanted you to? Of course the answer to that is no, so beavers, please build this bloody platform. And with that platform in, you can real casually get this bit of power shaft in. We've got the dirt excavator back up and running, and we've still got 33 bots without it, eh? Looks like if naught else, we're going to be switching 2 of these builder huts out to bots. It'll help get all of this built now. And speaking of getting all this built, that's what we're doing in a real casual speedy up bit. I'm pretty happy with my little bridges and pathways and everything around here. It'll add a nice little bit of connectivity doing this bottom bit, 5 beavers to go across. As well as, of course, sorting out any food problems we could even possibly fathom. And I will say while we're in this speedy up bit, I think we're approaching the end of Fireside, like. There's only a couple of more things I've got planned. And then that's that. One of the things I had planned, out the window, that's going to have to happen on another map. I decided to go with the tiered farm instead. I've always wanted to do a big tiered farm in Timberborn, and I just never got round to it. But with the fancy new terrain and all of the practice we've got with the irrigation canals, I reckon we've got this dialed in and it's going to work perfectly first time. But the reason I bring up when you're in the end, if you've got any things that you want to see us sort of do or tackle on this map, let us know. If I can work it in, I certainly will. And I'm also contemplating doing some water beaver action next. I haven't messed with them at all. I know all Lap and Tuffle Magic advises not to do a series on your first playthrough with them because apparently it's boring. I wouldn't know, I've never seen any of them. But I'm thinking about doing a series with them, like specifically for people that haven't interacted with them yet. Sort of go through any learning curves. I mean, I'll read the mod description and everything like that. I'm not just going to download the mod and say, let's go completely clueless playthrough. But I'm sure there'll be people that want to play the mod, but I may be a bit turned off by how hard it is, or how hard it apparently is, because again, I've never played it. And if people are only making series on it when they're already good, it's like a self-feeding cycle. I feel like these players that are scared to jump into the mod are just going to be even more scared when they jump in and like everybody knows everything and there's a million things are taken for granted and that. And the other thing I'm thinking of series-wise is to dive back into Lemon Canyon without the path extensions mod. That's the only reason I haven't been doing Lemon Canyon here videos, but with the overhang levee mod, that solves the main issue I was having with that map, because it has been far too long since we've been to Lemon Canyon. But with all of that said, those of you that do watch me Timberborn series on a regular basis, what do you fancy? Do you fancy a bit of learning the water beavers? Or would you rather us go back and finish up Lemon Canyon ears first? I mean, those things are happening regardless, it's just which one happens first. It's 6 and 2 3s to me, I'm happy either way. But since these are the ones actually watching and enjoying these videos, I figured I'd give you the option if you want to make your point known. But while you're pondering about that, let's let our beavers build our big farm here. Apologies for the jump cut / missing progress in that speedy up bit there. I had to micromanage the power shaft installs, so it started flashing really bad, and then I messed up the camera movement at the end, so yeah, nah, there's going to be an abrupt cut in the speedy up bit. And I mean, it's not technically done, but it's bloody done. Are you seeing this nonsense here? This beautiful nonsense. I bloody love it, me. I love the fact it's all functional as well. All bloody functional. It looks like we've got a bloody fair dink of bad tide. You sped through! Cycle 33, day 33! With 3 days remaining. Probably was that as well. But anywho, beavers, ye didn't work over here. This is a bot farm. Only bots should be over here. And that 2.5k science is why I needed the bonus bloody number crunchers. Right, how are we doing with my planks? All the way up to 9. That's almost double figures, that. Why you got no power? Oh, MiGly! I'm just going to unpause this lumber mill and we're just going to scroll away. We're going to scroll away from that. All the way to the other side of the map. So I can appreciate me beautiful hooseness day, because that's at least one thing that's working as intended. Including a fancy little cupcake tail paint I'm doing there. The only one of its kind. Now I am curious how this big owl tree's going to stay green, or for how long rather, over the next 20 days-ish? I mean, I may as well just speed 4 because I'm actually just waiting now. You know what? I'm going to stay in this angle here and speed 4 all the way to this bloody bad tide's done. And if this ends up being a fade instead of a speedy up bit, it's because it got very, very flashy once it was sped up. And here we is. We've got cycle 35. AKA the water's flowing. What's the level like inside this reservoir? We've got our floating crops. Oh, it's already pressurised, that is ideal. That means we should be able to get up here and see it has dropped the pressure a bit. It's not quite holding as well as I'd like, but we need to bloody open this sluice permanently. Now I want to get an angle where I can see the water level in the tree, in the reservoir, and filling up this whole area. The only issue with that is, if I want to see what's inside this area, which, yes, I just left a lot of stuff in there. Hey, look at the ladders and stairs and that. This should all fill up, but I can't see any of this level. So I'm thinking we can full level off, dev mode up, and toggle the terrain models off. Look at that now. Now we can see the water level anywhere we want to see it. I will say I kind of like the fact that I left most of this in place. It's like the old historic ruins of Fireside, hidden underneath the farm terraces. But anywho, I reckon this is going to be the fun bit. Let's get to speed 1. The water should start pishing out of there, and it should land and start filling up this whole thing. Right, where's a good angle where I can see pretty much everything? I think this is it, you know. We've got the water level up the top there for the tree. We can see the canal level around the side. We can see the water filling up the entire terrace. I'm absolutely buzzing for this, like. I mean, presume we don't have any leaks. I really hope we don't have any leaks. But I can see the water level rising, which means we don't have any leaks yet. Oh, this is mad. Oh, I've been dreaming about these terraces for so long. I cannot wait to get everything planted on them, like. This is going to be unlimited bait for all the beavers. And I will say the tree's looking like it's keeping its pressure, like, above the canal level, which is quite nice. I see that as more of the water that's coming through that one sluice is allowing the tree to maintain a level, if not get slightly higher over time, while filling up this bloody terrace farm. And it's a lot of water, as you can see, filling up this terrace farm. We're not full yet. And I swear I'm seeing that tree water level go up like, here we are, speed 3. I want to see the moment we get pressure up in here. Let's have a look. Where's the pressure symbol? Oh, do I not see the pressure symbol because I've got the terrain turned off? I believe we're fully pressurized. Look at all the water there. And yeah, nah, I think this went up a tiny bit like I was saying in the speedy up bit, but it still needs to come up a bit more, of course. And while we've got the terrain off, this is our little hillside reservoir. Then we've got our wee source reservoir. And then you can see the canal going all the way on down through, keeping everything nice and moist. But without further ado, let's turn the terrain back on. Appreciate our fully green hill, yeah? Now, crops-wise, let's have a look at what we've got. We're full on beets, somehow full on capsicums, but there's no bloody capsicum juice in there. Oh, fair dinkum. And we are starting to come down on our canola seeds. And the thing I have to consider as well is underneath these platforms, I can't be planting corn and whatnot. So instead of worrying about any of that, where we've got these little platforms, I'm just going to plop down canola. So directly underneath the farm hoses there, we've got bloody canola. But for the rest of this, we're going to be doing 2 layers of each, starting with some radishes, stepping it up to tomatoes, followed up with some bell peppers. And yeah, now I'm basically just going up the route here, apart from we're going to skip the beets. Then for the tippity top here, we're going to be planting an oak, some more beautiful pines. And then for this little weird bit here, we're going to be plopping beets all over the shop. And there we have it, our terrace ready to be planted. So why don't we have ourselves a mad speed 4 speedy up bit while all of these bot farmers get every single bit of crop plopped in here. You see how fast they went at the end when they were all concentrating on that one bit of bloody wheat there. But while we've got the tree pressurising here, why didn't we allow beaver? Can do and have a look at our bloody beautiful farm here. Look at this bird, lad. You got beavers running everywhere. Beavers and bots, I should say. They're loving the bloody bridges. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Let's join them on the bridge. Well, of course, when I showed up, there's no bloody beavers on the bridge. Oh, hello, beaver bot. Can we be friends, or do you not like me just like the beavers don't like me? Oh, you just want to work. Okay, sorry, you just crack on, live your life. Why are the beaver bots get the farmer hats as well? Why are? Oh, that is legendary, that, like, you're going to need that hat now because you've got quite the farm to be upholding. Now, where can we get a canny view of the farm? On top of that control tower, maybe. Let's have ourselves a little parkour redemption adventure to get on top of this control tower. I think my best bet's probably just from the top of this bloody... Oh, looks how I read from here. From the top of this builder's hut to get on. Ah, that can't do it. Can I plonk myself on top, though? Like that? Oh, no. Game says you're inside, but that doesn't mean anything, pal. It looks like we're settling for the view on top of the bloody builder's hut. It is a majestic little terrace, like. You know what we can do? Let's actually be canny and get all the way up here. Oh, aye, this is a better view. You get to see more of the green terraces, especially as the sun starts to set. It just pops even more. You know what, actually? Ooh, it's all full. I tell you what, it's quite nice seeing this fuel full as a gun right outside the bloody scrapyard there. That'll be thanks to our little canola farm. And I wanted to check while we're over here. Oh, I think they have, you know. I think the beavers have got these 2 bits of dirt in. You know what that means? It means in the next episode, we're going to be repairing the aqueduct. So make sure you tune back next week to see these 2 bits of dirt get plopped in. And even this 3rd bit of dirt, but don't tell everyone about that. That's our little secret. And the fact you're going to see this whole terrace bloom fully grown crops. You know what? I'm even going to pause these 3 little farmers right now, so nobody picks them. Yeah, We're going to quickly save the game and then just casually end the episode, you know, as we do. Toodle